Camera.
Now you're recording.
Now I'm recording. Okay, start over from the beginning. We're doing Lab 1 in industrial electronics. We're going to hook a wire to control. We're going to hook a switch and a light up to control power, make it turn on. First thing we're going to do is check for voltages coming from our power supply. And what voltage do I see?
2.3 volts.
And there.
1 volt.
And there.
1.4 volts.
Okay, so I basically have no voltage down below, but on top, what do I see?
122 volts.
And again,
122 again.
and again,
22 volts.
and again,
212.
and again,
215 volts.
and one more time.
210.
So in my breaker box, I have power on top. I keep my fingers away from there because I'm going to get electrocuted if I touch the things on top. But as long as I'm off, I can connect wires underneath. My control power is already hooked up to my control power transformer. And I have voltage going into my transformer of, what's voltage?
211 volts.
211 volts. And coming out of the control power transformer, I have
112 volts.
112 volts. Now, I have one marked hot and I have one marked common. But if I go and I hook my voltmeter up to the hot, what do I see?
63.3 volts.
And I hook it up to the common, what do I see?
80 volts.
So both the hot and the common both have voltage. If I hook a wire from common directly to ground, I'm going to blow a fuse. The fuses are $18 a piece. You pay $10 in a lab fee. Not a good idea to blow the fuse. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hook up a wire from hot to a switch, from the switch to a light back to common, and the wire going back to common is going to be white. And that's what we're going to be doing now.
The wire back to...
Yes, back to common has to be white.
Jeez. How did I get that backwards?
So we stage a different wire. What we're going to do is we're going to take our switch. This is a start switch. A start switch, and it only has one contact, normally open. We're going to mount it backwards so that we can get to the screws we have to tighten down to make it work. Okay, at that point we're trying to retrieve a white wire, so we'll do a pause. No, we won't. We'll continue on. Okay, proceed. No.
Where'd my black wire go? Oh. Anybody use the wire clippers? Thanks. Yeah.
All right, we are on. You're missing your little screwdriver.
My switch was commandeered too.
It's right there.
Gotcha. So you put it in like that because it's...
If you put it the other way, you can't get to the screws. When you get it done wiring, then you turn it around.
How do you put it back in then if the screws are on this side? Yeah. Okay.
But you don't try to put the wires on it when it mounted the correctly, because if you do, you're not gonna be able to get your screwdriver on the screw.
I understand.
What is that? Avoid with the water. So I can check whether it's found.
He took it. Raimundo did. And I don't have mine here. Oh, okay, thank you. Hey.
Right here.
Does anybody have that small screwdriver?
I'll check whether the hole is working. Is there any way to check?
I don't know how you check it. Because you have power going to it.
Okay, we have the start switch wired and connected, and the light is wired and connected. The next thing we're going to do is connect the power on top.
paper screen and so you gonna let me throw the switch? Quarterville didn't turn my power off. When I was plugging them in, my power never got shut off. And you got, okay, so you have power going to the bulb?
Yeah,
You tested that? When
I did.
No.
I do.
when you throw that switch, do you have you tested the power going to the bulb?
No,
You need to test that. Make sure your bulb's bad.
that's.
Or your switch. It's either your bulb or your switch if you have power going to the.
This is connected.
Where's the power meter or the multimeter? All right. I'll just get this. I don't have mine here.
Me either, I left mine at home.